Warning. Elements of real-world religion are used in this podcast to serve the purposes of a work of fiction. They are to drive the drama forward and are not intended to be taken as a statement of opinion by the players. Thank you for listening.
Levi Williams, in the guise of Henry Stilton, has perhaps made a meaningful connection with the surprisingly boorish but wealthy Ramona Corley. Mm-hmm. The two have just mingled at the cocktail station of the governor's ball while the socialites rub elbows and work their shady deals. Nestled in among the most insidious and decadent among them is Temperance Allendale, whose interactions with the coal baron Cole Lilly and the halfling trade admiral Rush Konoff have reminded her why she left this shitty life behind. As you work your while on Utah's upper crust, more guests trickle into the ballroom, filling it with well over 100 bodies. Among those slipping in are the unmistakable form of the dwarven rail baron Carlos Aleo and his orcish attaché. The orc cuts an intimidating figure that is the portrait of civility in a well-cut tuxedo and matching top hat. It's only a moment before they both carry delicate champagne flutes filled with bubbly as they cruise about the room.
Another hits! Ben got such a thrill out of riding an orc in a tuxedo and a top hat. I can already tell.
Yeah, I could feel
Didn't
it.
you?
Yeah, that's how I knew.
Yeah.
Didn't we have an orc in a tux in Spelljammer?
You had ogres in Texas.
Ogres in Texas.
Yeah.
First it was a troll in an ill-fitted fancy coat, and now this.
Yep. Hey, you know?
He's no chunks duster. That's
What's
all.
next? Tune in next episode to find out.
Or maybe he is Chunks Duster.
That would be
jeez.
weird.
He would have really turned himself around with that case. Alright.
So I'm going to start at the party, and then I'm going to cut to you two in the basement after we've done a little role-playing here.
Please do.
Yes.
What were we doing in the basement again?
Playing doctor.
So I was just searching for stuff, and then we found they were doing a ritual to summon something.
Right,
so they
okay.
had like chalk dust or something.
Yup.
Making a ritual, and I was gonna.
Salt.
Yeah, right. When we get to it, we'll get to it.
Perfect. That was enough to jog my memory. I'm good.
All right. So, with the two of you there at the party, you see that Carlos Aleo has walked in. You've now met a few of the people who are here who are trying to rub elbows and gain something from this whole affair. They're doing a saucy elbow rub like this. It's too hot for Twitch. And that's what got you, really?
That was him. He was the one laughing.
You definitely did this thing, though. Covering it up. There are still a number of other people who are not Carlos Aleo who are cruising around the room, socializing and schmoozing away.
But their elbows remain thoroughly unrubbed.
Yeah, their elbows are actually...
They're blue.
They're looking pretty dry.
Blue bows.
Blue bows.
I'm sorry we're so silly, Ben.
No,
I'm not.
He said he was only got 45 minutes of adventure. He needs this as filler.
That's right.
We are starting a little early.
That's true. Not very much earlier, though.
Not complaining.
So it's mostly my fault.
Fuck
But
it.
yes, as a brief refresher, you had already met two people, as I mentioned, the halfling, who was dressed sort of in like brash pirate clothes with the red and black silk and all that sort of stuff, who insisted he was an admiral and that he was DTF.
Admiral,
I mean, so
Admiral
is Temperance,
DTF
but like...
of the SS Trojan.
Of the world's better DTF.
And you may recall that Lilly was very much a very
It's kind of like a
Yes.
suffix, like Esquire.
He was not DTF.
He was not DTF. He gave you the cold
He
shoulder.
was DTFO, down to fuck off.
Because you were NDTF.
Yeah.
Yes. But there are still a number of other individuals in the room. And as a brief refresher, there is a woman who is wearing a red cocktail dress. She's the classic, looks like a femme fatale, if you can imagine, human, blonde hair. There is a halfling woman who is wearing a long black coat with tails and a monocle.
Can't be that long.
It's pretty long.
It's like 6 feet behind her.
Tailing way behind her like the trail on a wedding dress.
There is a woman here who is wearing well-cut, but men's clothes, clearly, who is extremely stone-faced. The only difference between the cut of her clothes and like the style is that it's the shirt she's wearing is very much an elven material. It's got like all sorts of little nature patterns and stuff on it. It's a very effeminate material, but it's definitely a men's cut. There is the poet you spoke with very briefly, who is trying to get away from the big city. She's actually a Boston girl, but she is pretty much under the impression everyone's heard of her, everyone knows about her work, and that everyone's here to serve her.
That's a Boston girl for you.
Yeah.
Bell curve of syphilis.
There's also a woman who is here who is wearing, she's actually wearing boots, leather boots. Otherwise, she looks like she's dressed fairly elegantly. She's wearing pants, not a dress, but very crisp, clean looking. And she's wearing these elaborate earrings that are shaped like little miniature orreries.
What?
The model of the solar system.
Oh, okay.
Orreries?
Orrery.
Okay.
Orrery.
That's a new one on me.
I taught you something today.
You did.
Yeah,
I hate it.
that's okay. Shove it right up your ass.
I will.
You can see that actually, with your passive perception, you can tell she has a red mark on this finger, but she's not wearing a ring.
A red mark.
Yeah, like she was probably wearing a ring that was too tight for a while and has removed it.
She got married, porked out, and then
She married pork.
Or she's gonna have an affair.
with a pig. Maybe, perhaps the orc in the tuxedo, who could probably slay anything you wanted, literally or figuratively.
In a sexy way. That's what orcs are for.
Force.
You also see that there is a female half-orc who is wearing sort of like a fluted dress. It extends up at the hips and everything, and she is actually wearing like long gold chains with jewels on them, hanging off of her tusks. We have a man who is clearly a military man. He's wearing a black pressed dress shirt with a silver pin. The silver pin looks like a small, like a short sword emblazoned over a shield. We've got what the hell? It's a gnome. That's sorry. I didn't remember it myself. A gnome who smells vaguely of juniper. He's wearing a cummerbund over his expensive belly. We've got
Gnomes love their gin.
a man wearing a green vest with a gold pocket watch, and he compulsively fiddles with it. The pocket watch.
He's always readjusting some quarters in his pocket.
And with this group, you gotta clarify that.
He's really good at
Put
pool.
a list of people up on them.
Just
What's the point of this soiree, anyway? Fundraising?
Basically, yeah. It's a bunch of rich people here to rub elbows and get all sorts of favors done.
if I know anything about
Grease
the
palms.
Old West and expansion era, he's planning on building a railroad through here and fucking these people out of
I
their
think we've already,
We already
established
Yeah,
it.
we
I think
established
that's
that
actually canon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
This is the 19th century version of a super PAC.
This is
This is the 19th century of what actually happened in the railroad industry.
Yeah.
this is literally the plot of Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over to the stone-faced woman with the elven shirt.
Okay.
Rubber elbows. She likes that.
Just pinch your elbows.
Nice to meet you.
I suppose I'll own in on the military guy with the silver pen.
All right, so we'll start with the stone-faced woman meeting Temperance Allendale. She sort of looks you over. She's standing like very upright,
Elbows close.
elbows close, defending her elbows. She's holding a champagne flute.
Oh my word. Does she look elven or is she human?
She's
Does
clearly
she
human.
look like a bitch?
Well, I will try saying in Elvish, like your shirt.
She is like one of those people who you can see clearly. She makes this face all the time,
Mm-hmm.
where she just has like no emotion. There's low lines.
Mhm.
Everybody would expect there to be. And there's a brief moment where you're a little surprised that you actually like connected in some way with her.
Mhm.
And her face lights up a little bit,
Mhm.
and she replies in perfect Elvish, "Thank you, I got it while abroad."
You're a traveler then?
She says, "I spent some time," and again she's saying this in Elvish, "I spent
Yeah.
some time in the military.
Ah. Who's military?
The United States."
Of course. And what brings you to Hope's Landing?
My family lives out here.
Family? Mother, father, husband,
Brothers.
brothers. Oh.
Yes. Quite.
Are they at the party?
Certainly not.
No.
They're vulgar bores.
Oh, brothers are like that.
4 or 5.
Yes! Get farted on!
I'm gonna drink this beer now. I'm gonna shotgun this bottle.
Says a random boar in the crowd.
And what brings you to this party specifically? Are you representing our military?
She said, actually, I'm representing our family's business interests.
Wow. And what business is that?
Enforcement.
Oh, Jesus. I don't say that, but Jesus Christ.
Enforcement of Jesus.
Pray harder!
I mean,
The
this
white
is...
zone is for loading and unloading of Jesus only.
Are you enforcement? So you're doing what?
Well, right now I'm here to drink and make merry.
Ah,
And she goes back to the stone face.
Mary.
Exactly.
Scowl.
what is your name?
She says, you can call me Lorraine.
Lorraine. Alright, Lorraine, you can call me Miss Temperance.
Very well, I think I shall.
Alright. I continue schmoozing the crowd.
Yeah, she doesn't really evince any more emotion as you depart. The conversation had run its course for her. Now you...
Actually, before the military guy, I wanted to go to the watch guy.
Okay, he's fiddling with his watch as you approach. He's wearing a green brocade vest.
Yep, I've been drinking all that I can, so I
White
can
sleeves.
at least simulate the feeling of a vulgar drunkard even more.
Mhm.
I imagine you get this a lot, but you got the time?
He says, he drops it in the chain and sort of swings from his vest. Actually, yes. Please stand by. And he pulls it up.
Standing by.
And he pulls it up. And he gives you the time. And the current time of day is, we'll say, 9:15.
Oh, that early, huh? I clearly haven't been drinking hard enough. Well, thank you, sir. My name is Mr. Hilton. It is a pleasure to meet you.
He says, Hilliard Norwood Huey. And he extends his hand.
Hilliard. Now, which one of those three names is your favorite?
Well, the Hueys have served for generations, sir.
Served. Now, is this a watchmaker's guild? If I were to venture a guess, what exactly service have you been providing?
He sort of blushes a little bit. He says, no.
I just want to know what to be thankful for.
He drops the pocket watch back into his vest and he says, no, I hold an elected office, sir. I'm the district attorney.
Really? In this state?
Yes. Territory.
And what's that been like for you?
Well, lately it's been frustrating.
Lately? Well, over a drink, why don't you tell me a bit about things? I could use a bit of entertainment.
Pulls the pocket watch back out and looks at it.
I'm not taking up... I'm sorry, I'm getting very familiar in a very short time. Am I holding you up?
He says, no. And he gestures over to the bar, and somebody behind the bar gives him a nod. And like a waitstaff comes out and presents him with a little snifty of brandy. Or snifter of brandy. Snifty?
A snifty.
Yeah,
Get
snifty.
snifty.
3 snifties.
Now, isn't that like magic? You point a finger, you get a drink. My goodness, the sorcery one can commit in a place like this. Now, where were we? You were telling me about the services you were providing as attorney and how, what frustrations are you facing at this moment?
Well, give me some sort of roll. I need like a persuasion or something to pull him out of his
I'll do a persuasion roll.
Pull his shell out of him.
Sure. So, okay, that's at least a 20. It's 21.
Yeah, he sort of sighs and he looks around. The rest of the party is not paying him much mind.
My goal is to strike him as kind of an affable, friendly, trustworthy man who's seen a lot of stuff. And
He's looking around and he's realizing that like he has to pass the time somehow. He's saving face by being here. He doesn't want to be here. You can tell right away that he's looking at his watch because he's eager to get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
And when you start talking to him, he's like, all right, this is the best I'm going to get, so I might as well try to make the best of it. He sits down and sort of relaxes at the table, and he like leans back in his vest, and he starts telling you the story about how, as a DA in the Utah Territory right now, he's got all sorts of problems because there's like all these different gangs trying to make money off of all the people who are expanding out into the West.
Gangs? I remark incredulously.
Constantly. Everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's another one.
Now, you're not talking about just roving bands of bandits. You're talking about something organized by the tone of your voice.
Family groups and smaller gangs, but still gangs all the same. They're still criminals, they're still criminal organizations, and they're hard to catch up to and track down, and everybody around this area seems to be more than happy to spin yarns about all sorts of strange happenings, when usually it's just evil men afoot.
The Foot Clan.
And is that why you're coming to the governor today, to petition for a bit more crackdown?
No, I'm coming because they expect me to be here.
That's the reason? My goodness, my sympathies, good sir. I suppose all I can offer you is more drink. Trust me, we'll pass the time much more quickly.
That's probably true.
Really? They just have you parading out here like, look, we have a district attorney.
Says he precisely.
Well, at least I hope they're giving you the royal treatment as they would any debutante.
He sniffs the brandy.
Is he dressed well?
He's dressed well, yeah.
You're like, well, at least you took the time to dress nicely for the occasion. So you take your job seriously, even the more mundane parts of it.
That's quite true, sir.
And me, I just came in from wartime, and well, one of the things that was challenging about the frontier is finding a nice place to rest up, you know, and that made me think, how much money? I've sort of make a lot of money in buying real estate, buying a property, and all that. But I think what they're missing is the hospitality element, and I'll start telling them about some hotel ideas that I'm just thinking of now.
God. He's trying to look like he's paying attention.
Yeah, I have enough sense to not talk his ear off. And after like about 5 minutes of that, I'll be like, well, I thank you for accepting my time and my company. Was there somebody? I think I asked you before, but I've had a few. Was there somewhere where you needed to be?
He says, I'm looking forward to when this party's over.
When will that be?
He looks at his watch again. At this point, it's like 5 minutes later than the last time.
Yep.
He's like...
Yep, 2 hours later, it's 5 minutes later.
Yeah, it's like it's 2.5 hours or so. Like he looks at it and sighs. Probably close to midnight.
Well, what is your favorite drink?
He looks at the snifter of brandy and he just sort of like raises it up a little bit and he says, I wish they'd had better brandy.
Something to ask the governor about, I suppose. Better booze for the county.
I don't know how well that'll go over in this county.
And if he doesn't want to give out more about it, it will actually occur to me. It's like, well, you know, there's been a strange group of fellows who coming around lately. Some religious group calling themselves the Evanites. Was that it?
Yes, I've heard of them.
I'll deliberately mispronounce their name.
Yeah, he says, I don't know much about them myself, but I know it's getting very popular.
They ain't part of this gang activity you've been talking about, have they?
I mean, it takes all folks to be in a gang. I'm not sure if they worship one god or another.
That'd be one heck of a front for them. I've dealt with some shady men in my time. Let's get a bad feeling about that, folks.
He sort of gives you a nod. But I'm going to cut away at this time.
Yeah, no problem.
To some chuckleheads.
I was starting to get into character.
That's us!
I was getting into the character of Hilton.
Meanwhile, the basement boys, as we like to call ourselves.
Okay. Yes, the two of you had come up with a plan when last we met, where you were carrying a cask of wine from the opposite side of the basement back into this chamber by which these Iranites were working on their salt circle.
Right, we were going to wash the salt away with the
Actually,
wine.
I had a slightly different suggestion towards the very end, which is I have a gust as a cantrip. I can blow the salt away instead of wasting good wine.
That does seem way easier. Okay.
It might be quieter, too. It does have a vocal component, but it's not like hurling a bottle of wine across the room.
Well, a cask of wine.
Okay.
Even louder.
What is the range of your spell?
Let's find out, shall we?
87 miles. As far as I want?
Fuck you, that's how far.
30 feet.
30 feet, okay.
So I'm going to try to do this from the darkness.
So,
Because we're in a dark tunnel and they're in a lit tunnel room.
this tunnel's fucking lit.
It's lit AF. It would be more lit if we could put up wine all over it.
So here's your problem. Each one of these squares is going to be a 5-foot square.
This is a huge fucking room.
Big ass basement.
Yeah, and ignore the statues. They're not really there.
Okay. Until you awaken them.
It's a great map.
It's the first map I could find that fit what I had in my head, so we're rolling with it.
Okay.
But there are a bunch of bad guys in here.
Yeah, they sound like assholes. Is this the salt
So
circle
if my spell won't reach, then I'm not going to run.
It won't reach from the doorway. Now, maybe if you snuck in or something like that.
Maybe we still need to do your thing then.
I like the idea of sneaking in and then gusting from like.
I could do that. I could. Yeah, I'm fairly stealthy if I remember right.
We could come in a classic pincher maneuver and
Nice.
hug these pillars.
Nice.
This guy's sitting on the steps.
With Dick.
Yeah, my stealth isn't that horrible.
So these guys are they're performing the ritual and drawing the salt circle, right?
They're drawing the circle out, yeah. And it looks like they're pretty damn close to finishing what they're doing with the salt.
Okay.
And they're making minute adjustments. Whereas this guy is doing some shit with what looks like... And it's hard to tell from as far back as you are. There's not a lot of light in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But he's dicking around with something round and made of metal that's maybe about this big.
Okay. It's like round like a ball?
Roundish.
Okay. So this is clearly the bad guy from Briscoe County Jr.
Yeah, so I like the idea of sneaking around the side and then...
Yeah, hugging these pillars and then you can gust and I'll cover you from... You gust that way, I'll cover you from this way.
Oh, so I thought you were going to sneak down the other side.
Well, I was going to, but this guy's real close to this side.
Oh, okay.
And, I mean, I have a high dex, but I'm not trained in stealth, so that roll could go either way.
It's just two of you.
Yeah, but we're the two good ones.
And it's like technically 1.5 people.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think our plan is to try and sneak pillar to pillar.
Nimbly bimbly.
Nimbly bimbly from tree to tree. And once we get to here, if we haven't been noticed, he's going to gust away the magic circle, and I'm going to shoot away the shooty guys.
Do you want to stay back in that pillar? Because you can still reach them from back there. That way you're not screwing up my mojo with my sneak. Because you're as stealthy as a friggin' bag
Don't
of
screw his mojo.
armor-wearing watermelons.
I'm actually stealthier than armor-wearing watermelons.
Really?
Yeah. I have high dex and leather armor.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean,
thought you
I'm
were
just not
stealthy.
trained.
Okay. Well, I figured maybe we should still be a little bit apart. So I thought maybe you'd cover me from
Correct me if
that
I'm
back one.
wrong. Range on a pistol 30 feet, right?
30 feet.
Same as your cantrip, so I should probably be right up.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
We have two things going on I just want to bring up in terms of your plan. First off, 30 feet from the edge of the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I was going to be. Can I be between the statue and the circle? Is that
Over
still
here?
6?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can hear.
Yeah.
Well, or could you cast from here and I could shoot from here?
Sure, that's fine. If you want more cover to
The other thing
have better
is-
cover than the child, I guess that's okay.
You
Shoot
may,
over your head.
you may recall, the town is currently completely packed to the gills with Pinkertons, federal agents, federal military, mercenaries, and the private bodyguards of Carlos Aleo. So any shooting down here is going to alert all of them.
I guess I underestimated how deep into the underground we
I thought this was a small room. I didn't realize this was such a big room.
Yeah.
It's a big room because it's a big hotel. This is basically the room under the ballroom.
So we
Can we hear the music upstairs from where we are?
You can hear like some very minor
I mean, is it
bass
obvious
rhythm.
to us we're under the ballroom?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. I think you both have a good enough sense of direction to figure it out as well. You know what the outside of the building looked like.
if we knew somebody upstairs, I would say let's just go up and get help. I mean, clearly they're doing something.
Well, they're going to be summoning something before we have a chance to.
So we do our plan, and then we have a daring escape. Daring escapes are always fun, right? A little bit of daring do, a little swashbucklerino.
We're not even going to chew through the content that Ben has written. We're just going to take a hard left turn.
You're going to take a hard dump on it.
Probably that too. I'm used to it.
Just
I
lay out a grunter right on your
I picked the
adventure.
wrong spell. I should have picked Dust Devil. That would have been a great spell.
Oh, that would have been
down
cool,
here.
yeah. I mean, I'm against any plan that doesn't involve me shooting these guys. I didn't get to shoot any guys last adventure, and that really bummed me out.
It's a long night. You'll get a chance to shoot somebody. It might even be Gideon.
Well, I hope not. He's on my list. He's on my do not shoot list, and it's a short list.
Do not short list.
And it's a shoot list. What do you think?
I mean, I could try to see. The problem is I'm the only one who can do this stuff. I could try to sleep some too. I mean, we could try to do this as quietly as we can. But I know that's not your forte. You're not exactly.
I mean, I'm more than willing to try and be quiet. Except I'm handcuffing myself if I can't shoot somebody.
Yeah.
I'll be very, very useless.
This is my sleep spell.
Yeah.
He's asleep.
It's super powerful.
It's super effective.
Do you want to maybe?
These are visibly armed men, right?
They actually are not carrying guns.
What are they carrying?
Cudgels and stuff like that. They couldn't get guns in here.
Maybe I don't have to shoot them. Maybe I can intimidate them at a distance with the threat of a gun. I am trained in intimidation.
Do you want to?
Gun intimidation.
I was gonna say, you want to stay down there and make some noise and draw them out, and then I'll see if that works, and I'll gust them, or do you still want to be up here?
Do you want to try and sneak in behind this pillar, and then I make the noise and draw them out, and then you have to deal with less of them to get up to gust?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So down this hallway from where we're coming, is there more than one route to get out, or is it just the one?
This is like a long hallway. There's a lot of like networking tunnels and stuff down here.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of getting in and out of this room specifically, it's just the one.
Okay. What if I pull a Return of the Jedi Han Solo and like hide around the corner, draw them out, and then jump out and cut them off? And that way they can't get to you while you do your thing. Okay. And then once you finish, you come out to me.
So as many as you can draw away, I bet you they all won't go. But
all right, so
you can draw
Paul,
away.
you're the halfling with a kitchen knife.
It fits.
Jed, you're Jed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jed's just, he's a Jed guy. He's jetting it up.
Jed.
He's Jed.
He's a Jedi.
Retention.
Oh, I just cast this a minute ago.
Prepare to be Jeducated.
Oh! That's gross.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Era.
Judge Jed.
I don't want that.
Too bad. It's in your face.
It's like Judge Judy crosses Judge Dredd.
Judge Jetty.
That sounds terrible. Terrible. Terrifying.
Terrifying, terrible.
Terrific. Terrarium.
Terminal.
All right, yeah, let's do this. This starts by you sneaking in there.
Yeah,
so
let me sneak it up.
don't fuck this part up.
Too late.
Let me stink it up.
That's a 20, not
Nice.
natural 20.
All right. It's going to let you move your speed into the room.
So put me behind pillar number 1.
What's behind pillar number 1?
Now I imagine I'm back here. A spell. All right, so we're agreed on like when you're taking action. right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I guess a good old fashioned whistle will probably do, right? Probably get their attention.
I'm not going to tell you one way or the other, am I?
All right. Well, that's going to be what I start with, because I don't think they'll hear a whistle upstairs, but they'll probably hear it in there.
Okay.
So I'm going to whistle.
You whistle. A couple of these guys look at each other. This guy turns around and nods. Two of them break off along with the guy on the steps to go check out the whistle.
Not bad for a little furball.
They draw their cudgels. It's time to roll for initiative.
I recall being pretty good at that.
That's too bad. I was hoping they'd cudgel you.
They probably still will. But now with that roll, that is a 28.
Wow.
I matched the high roll.
19.
So we go before everyone in the universe. Which is only fair since this is a sneak attack.
We go before God!
Alright, Jedediah, you see the guy coming down the hall. What are you doing?
Hiding.
Alright, so you're going to book it off the map?
Yeah, up around the corner and wait for them to pass me. Hopefully they haven't seen me yet.
Alright, give me a stealth roll.
Oh, 7. Looks like I'll be shooting some guys.
That is the DC for their active perception checks.
Oh, one more. I would have been able to hide.
They are absolutely looking for you.
You should have grabbed the chicken and used the chicken to muzzle the gun.
Oh,
Didn't think of
say
it.
hide behind the chicken. I'm just a really tall chicken wearing a cowboy hat. Don't look at me.
I'm just a simple country.
Hang on, I gotta reload my chicken. Now you're boned.
T-boned.
Oh, yes. Good old critical.
Alright, Gideon, it is your turn.
I'm gonna hold until they move past me, and then I'm gonna sneak up to there.
Alright, so you're going to delay move action to slink up as they pass. Noted. These guys are doing some bullshit with the circle. This guy turns around, and you can now see...
Hi.
You can now see he's carrying a sensor on the end of a chain. And he brings it over here, and he is now...
He's got a tricorder on a chain.
It's a Geiger counter.
He sort of waves it around, some smoke comes out, and then he drops it into the center of the circle.
Shit sack.
These guys book it. Hera kills that guy.
Nice. Well done.
Good
Katie.
job, Kitty.
These guys are almost down the hall, and they'll be looking for Jed.
So
Get in the front, gets a chance to take a look for him. Hey, he's over here!
So move me, if you don't mind, to the next thing.
Hey, what's this box doing here?
Do you want another stealth for that, or?
Yes, please.
Ooh, that's only a 9.
Do
Do I have advantage because they're not looking that way?
Does my antics grant him advantage?
Fucking players, always fishing for
Damn
advantage.
right, man. What the hell?
I mean, I am literally helping him by doing this. That's
Alright,
that's the whole plan.
alright. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
22.
That's way better.
Much better, yeah. Alright, you don't think anybody has noticed you as yet. That was their turn. It looks like things are getting lit up in here, and it's Jedediah. Now, you've heard somebody say, he's over here!
No, not.
Get out of here, stupid!
Alright, I'm actually gonna holster the gun. I'm gonna draw the knife.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and do this quiet styles. But I'm gonna go for the long shot bluff. Is this the wine cellar? For the wine cellar.
That's a long shot.
Yeah, but I've got the knife like tucked behind my back. Just wait for them to get close enough to stab in the throat.
They're going to come to you with cudgels momentarily.
Okay, can we call it a held
A
action?
held action to stab the first motherfucker in range?
Yeah.
Get cudged.
Alright, Gideon, what do you got for me, buddy?
We're gonna blow this. We're gonna blow the sucker.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
In the basement?
Wow.
I have to sneak up a little bit, and then I'm gonna just.
Really right here?
I blew him in the basement with the lead pipe.
And then I'm gonna gust of wind,
Okay.
or it's not gust of wind. It's just a
It's not,
gust.
he beat me twice
Yeah.
last night.
Can you read me the text of the gust?
I'd be happy to.
Also, okay, can you pass me the monster?
You
just like-
seize the air and compel it. Oh, weird description.
You grab the bull by the horns.
So, a medium or smaller creature must succeed in a strength save or be pushed 5 feet. I don't know if I care about that. I create a small blast of air capable of moving one object that is neither held nor carried that weighs no more than 5 pounds. Object would push 10 feet away. So I'd like to say 5,
Push a square
5
more.
feet of sand.
Yeah, that's salt.
Mm-hmm.
Salt, thank you. Or I can create a harmless sensory effect such as causing leaves to rustle, blah, blah, blah. So what I want to do is... And I'm not looking to blow the whole thing away. I'm just looking... Give me 5 pounds of sand or salt, and I'll just blow it so the circle gets...
Yeah,
Guard.
so the way I'll do it is you basically will,
And
hit
I don't
a
know what
square.
that does to the flame. It's probably too much to cause it to go out. But
It's not
to,
going to go out, but it'll waft
maybe,
all over the
maybe
place.
wobble around. Or
Probably get a
whatever.
little more smolder than we're used to.
Yep.
Okay, so you're hitting a square of the floor. You're at a weird angle. There's a guy in the way. I'm going to give the floor a saving throw with no modifier. That's-
Okay.
Saving throw for the floor.
Just DM things.
So, yeah.
There's stuff in the way. I'll give it a saving throw with disadvantage. Because it can't move.
It literally can't. It's the floor.
Yeah.
Floor is a dexterity of 18.
A lot of stuff in the way, so... that's a natty 1.
So the floor does not save.
The floor is
Bites
blown
it.
away. No, a single square worth of salt goes wisping over towards the brazier. Some of the salt cooks. You smell that burning salt smell. It's kind of gross. And a bunch of smoke comes pouring out of the brazier. Your position is now very well known.
And I'm going to use the rest of my move to fucking get back behind the thing.
Okay.
Um,
Villains.
Actually, I should have about, 4 more squares. Ah, fuck. Yeah, we'll stay hidden there. That's fine.
All right. Well, I know where the wind came from, and you had to vocalize it, right?
Yes, there's a vocal component.
Oh boy.
Well, we accomplished the mission. Hopefully we survive it
1,
now.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, little guy. Yay. How much do you like cudgels?
Love and cudgels.
Would you like a cudgesicle?
How's a 19 treat you?
That's going to be a hit.
All right, I like that, because I get to cudgel a child. Please take 5 points of bashing damage.
That's what we call babysitting.
Yep. Maybe splitting if you have more than that.
God.
How else are you supposed to fit him in the fireplace?
One, two,
you're a
three,
monster.
4, 5, 6. Oh, hey, little guy.
Oh, this is turning into
What
a
are you doing? You're
gangbang.
not supposed to be down here.
Well, that's going to hit you.
What are you doing to that poor child?
7 points of bashing damage.
It's like a cartoon. It's just a bunch of guys beating you with sticks.
There's the cloud.
Yep.
The hands coming out.
Stars and little swirls.
Oh, yeah.
Would you say 7?
I did. This guy is pissed. He walks into the circle and starts moving salt around with his hands.
And set himself on fire.
This guy's pissed. He just sets himself on fire. Awesome.
He's just like,
So angry, he just commits
Is
heresy.
he feeling salt?
I'm going to move
Salty
you back into the
idiot.
hallway just so
Sure,
that we have
yeah.
people on squares. And this guy rushes you, and you stab him.
Yes. Yeah.
Or stab.
He went for splitters. That is a 17
It strikes his delicate, not stab-proof area.
for 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Damn.
No, he's still up.
Okay. Action surge. I stab him again.
Okay. Get stabbed on, dude.
Prison shank style.
Actually, this is a held action, so no action search for you yet. It's not your turn.
Ah. Okay. Never mind.
But he gets to you, and he decides to cudgel you.
Yeah, I just stabbed him in the neck. So.
His cudgel swing is humongous.
Yeah, it is. These guys are good with their
Cudgels. 7 points.
They're knobby sticks.
yes.
Their big knobs are all over you.
Wow.
This guy runs over to try to knob you.
They're well polished.
He swings and misses with his knob.
Critically unknobs me.
And this guy runs into the knob hall.
No fucking hell.
And he's going to get a total of 15.
Nope.
Alright. So they start knobbing you.
Cut it out, you guys.
Jedediah, you're being knobbed.
I'm gonna stab one of these knobs.
The one you've already stabbed, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pre-stabbed for your pleasure. That is a 14
That'll strike his knob.
for 7 points of damage.
Oh, you killed him!
Cut his knob off.
A fatal knob injury!
That's a career-ending injury, Bob.
That's not a big deal.
And now I'll action surge and stab this guy.
Okay.
Because fuck him. That's why.
Well, he does have a knob.
Not for one. Oh, it's not gonna get there though. What a waste of an action surge. 11.
Unfortunately, that villain's name is Bobby No Knob.
Knobless McGee. He's a fancy nobleman.
I hate you.
That's okay, I do too. Alright, anything else for you?
No. Nope. I'm just gonna stand here toe to toe with these knobs.
Alright. There's a child being knobbed, but
By some priests.
It's not even a Catholic church.
3 priests walk into a basement with a little kid and bust their knobs out.
Alright, so I can't do nothing about the guy in the middle. Hopefully he doesn't fucking do anything. So I'm gonna sleep these chodes.
Sleepy chose.
Sleepy chodes.
He broke
Sleepy chodes.
He broke the knob pattern.
Oh, I bent my Wookiee.
I mean, this one especially.
Yeah, he's got a bent Wookiee.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a second level sleep for safety. I don't know how
Oh,
many
safety
hit
sleep.
points- how many
Safety sleep.
So
Oh my
that is
God.
going to be, I think, 78 worth of HP. 9, 13, 15, 22, 26. It'll be 29 total points.
Good thing you did the second level sleep.
Yes.
Leave.
Well, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to shout to that guy that,
Shout quietly. You won't wake him.
Mister, I don't think you ought to be doing that.
Gideon's new name is NyQuil.
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 The coughing, sniffling, sneezing. How the hell did I end up in this basement medicine?
I think I'm done.
Wow, that works on so many levels for NyQuil. Oh, you're killing me.
Oh, you got a clean bill of health.
How did I get this basement medicine?
I broke him.
Oh,
Whose turn is
I
it?
think he had help from Bacardi.
that was really good.
All right.
Just the more you think about it, the worse it
We made Ben's job too easy anyway in the last episode, so now we've got to make up.
Yeah.
This podcast contains exactly 10 minutes of actual gameplay.
So that was Gideon's turn, which is actually really good. Now this guy up in the top here,
He's a bitch.
he's going to go after... These guys are sleepy, and those guys knob you.
Yeah.
So, get knobbed.
Okay.
Cops and others.
That one's probably a hit. That one's
Yeah.
probably a miss.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yep.
assessment.
Alright, please accept this knob damage of 5 points.
5 points of knobbing.
Right into your knob.
I feel great about having knobs in me.
This guy is going to make a religion check to do a thing.
You would.
Failure turd.
That was perfect in the Gideon voice.
Hope you're fucking sad.
Get wrecked, you bitch.
Let's see. Where's the one I want?
Gideon getting all his curse words from the horse. Oh, that's good music to have. You guys definitely aren't fucked.
Okay, we're heroes,
The
alright?
train just
Big
comes through.
damn heroes. Woo woo!
Yeah.
It's the gnome train.
Excuse me.
No,
We're
train.
fucking heroes and shit.
There's a blast and this guy goes flying off over here.
Shit. As Senator Clay Davis would say, shit.
I give you thumbs up for the wire reference.
Yeah, man.
The salt circle glows with an iridescent blue, and this figure appears inside of it. She is faceless.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, I should have used a fortune on his check. I didn't even think of it.
Fuck. Let the GM finish his spooky description.
My apologies.
It's okay.
A faceless figure, about 6 foot tall, with wide feathery wings, appears inside of the salt circle. She has slits for eyes, completely formless face otherwise. She is muscular, slender, and sort of looms over the room in a way that almost sort of sucks in the ambient light. And she now appears completely silent, completely still inside of the salt circle that you see before you. Jedediah.
I believe I was stabbing a guy.
You were. Well, you were trying. It was kind of impotent. Maybe you should protect yourself better from knobs.
Maybe I should just shoot this motherfucker. I mean, we do now have a fucking fallen angel in the middle of the room. Is it time to start shooting? I mean,
Looking at me, man.
it's getting close to being that time, right?
About that time.
You seem to be
Rush
good
out.
with the stabby.
Yeah, I can keep stabbing. I just don't know how quietly we're going to be dispatching this fallen angel.
Yeah, I know.
Now, I wouldn't know this, but it's this the sort of thing you're going to be able to tell from the ballroom that there's like some sort of fucking celestial down in the basement?
If you things to check.
I'm speaking to you in this instance, Josh.
I'm not there. I ain't got shit to contribute.
You were right about here, actually.
Yeah.
So just start shooting down.
Alright, I'll just burrow through the floor.
Cool. What's your dig speed?
My dick speed.
3.5 minutes! Faster than the speed of dick. Stabbing the mustard guy.
Mustard man.
Fuck the mustard guy.
Mustard, not ground
Do
beef.
you know Mustard Man?
Alright, that stabs a mustard guy.
You know how stabbed he is, and that is thoroughly.
Yeah.
Fallen angel appears, you're just like, hold on.
Everybody turns to face it, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
Hang on while I sin.
Yep.
Minimum damage, though. 5 points of damage.
You're probably distracted by the fact there's a fucking angel.
Yeah. And it's watching me stab folks.
Yeah.
And I have an angel killing gun in my holster right now.
You do. Gideon.
So is the like the burning stuff still around him, or did that? Is it?
There's like
gone?
a bunch of smoke all over the place around this angel, and you can see that some of it is actually being held back, almost like she's encased in glass right now.
I think running.
Almost like she's encased in glass.
And she's got the completed salt circle around her.
Okay, don't blow away any more of the salt circle.
Yeah.
I've seen enough Supernatural to know.
Get a shotgun, load it with rocks on it, and shoot her in the face.
Get the exorcism prayer, put it on a tape recorder, play it over the loudspeaker.
So I'm going to. I'm gonna. I think I'm within 60 feet. If not, move me within 60 feet of the
Angel?
skank. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
The holy skank.
9, 10. Yeah, you are within 60.
So I'm gonna control flames of any remaining fire within that thing.
In the sensor that's in the circle with her?
Yeah, and just make it sort of as bright as I possibly can make it.
Okay.
If it's somewhat contained, maybe it'll like snow globe the whole thing and make it like really, really bright.
Okay.
And then I'm going to friggin' move.
I'm gonna fucking move.
Freaking move, eh?
So, Control Flame's a cantrip, right?
Yes.
Give me an Arcana check to see how effective this is. Whew, one of the cats took a poop.
That's not well. It's like
Can't smell it.
Yeah, the litter box is on the opposite side
It's
of
like
the
a
wall.
9. It's like 9.
A 9? Yeah. A lot of smoke
10.
comes out of the sensor. Basically, just make more smoke come out of it. And the angel is like almost completely motionless at first. And as the smoke sort of billows up and it starts to fill up, sort of like a snow globe, like you were describing, it's all smoke. It's not flame.
Okay. That's fine too.
She looks down at the sensor and she picks it up by the chain.
She's gonna huck it at you.
Oh, I so wish I was
She's
there.
in a snow globe.
I don't know, but
I really just wanted to prove whether it was really a snow globe, plus distractor. That was really my aim.
It's some smoke is finding its way out, but it does look like it is having a snow globe-like effect. Anything else on your turn?
Just move and maybe if it turned into smoke, it put out the flame. But hey, whatever.
One more turn on Sleepy Boys. This guy crawls 3 squares.
Nah.
Those 2 guys try to knob you.
Okay.
That one's
cocked.
pretty.
Son
There we go.
of a bitch.
Take 5 more bashing damage as they continue to cudgel the shit out of you.
Okay.
And then it is Jedediah's turn.
Alright. Continuing to stab Mustard Guy.
Mustard!
That's probably not gonna get there. That's a 10.
That's pretty squat.
Alright, I'll use my bonus action to action surge. Or, second wind.
Get more life in your lungs.
Second surge.
Suck in this angel.
That's a good one.
Yep, I'll take it.
You had your con modifier to that too?
Fire level.
Yeah, it's
okay.
1d10 plus fire level.
Neat.
See, it's kind of crappy at like 12th level, but who gives a shit? At early levels, it's but not complete bananas. Alright, is that what you got?
Yeah, I'm not moving. I'm staying here.
Gideon.
Actually, I can move. As long as I don't leave threatened squares, I won't get an attack of opportunity, right?
Right.
Correct.
So I'll stand here, and I'll sort of like cut them off from Gideon.
Yeah, from the angel.
Yep.
Gideon.
Are either of these 2 guys like undamaged right now?
Mustard is actually pretty hurt.
Red guy is undamaged.
Red guy's undamaged?
Yep.
Fuck, I'm gonna try to charm undamaged. Man.
I'm gonna fuck him.
So he makes a wisdom
I'm gonna
save.
buy him dinner first.
So he makes a wisdom save.
He makes a wisdom save. Any modifiers on that, or just straight up wisdom?
Straight up, whatever his wisdom save is, if he's proficient in it, otherwise just straight up wisdom.
Cool. He has a modifier of +1.
Nice. Roll shit.
6.
He did.
Good. He is not charmed.
Okay.
I don't think can I come in this turn?
So you don't get to take his turn for him, but he considers you an ally.
Yeah, so he'll fight for you.
Okay. I don't know if can I order him to do something now?
You can ask him real nice. So what it means right now is that he's considered an ally to you. He's inclined to accept your commands, but he doesn't have to. So if you tell him to do something he doesn't want to do, he won't do it. It has to be something that is at least sort of reasonable to him. So a command like stab your best friend over here might not work out, but a command like get the hell out of here, there's an angel in here, might work.
And
Yeah.
get out of here and take your friend or something.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was going to do. So I'm going to basically tell him, there's something really bad down here. You got to get up there and you got to warn everybody upstairs.
He said the thing.
He did say the thing.
I did say the
Say
thing.
the line, Gideon.
Let's see. I think. Yeah, I think he's just gonna do it. He's gonna fuck off. His friend won't, but he's gonna fuck right off. Do you want to take the attack of opportunity?
Kind of. Will that break the spell?
Well,
Sure
I think it
will.
will.
Yeah.
So
Okay, then I'll.
We'll give him another save.
and move me 6 squares, GTFO. Right. I won't abandon you, though. Well, maybe.
It was kind of the plan. It was
The
kind of the
angel
plan for you.
hasn't acted yet, so we
I'm not sure that he can get out of that sphere.
That's what I'm hoping.
you
Although
already.
this guy's crawling towards it, so maybe he's going to set it free.
I bet he's trying to restore the salt so it can't get out.
So I should shoot him.
Why would
I'm
you-
not
why would
there.
you summon
I'm
some-
sorry,
why would
I'm
you
not
summon
there.
something to trap it?
I shouldn't say shit.
I'm planning on finishing this guy off and fucking
No,
out.
pay no please pay no attention to the job.
Pay no peace.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't pee
Change.
anywhere.
Please don't
He cudgles you.
Please don't bereave me.
Imagine peace.
Give peas a chance. 15?
Yeah. That hit. No, that does not hit.
Curse you!
Fuck off.
Imagine a world without violins.
Imagine there's no peepholes.
He
Well done.
cuts his wrist
Oh
and
god.
draws it across the salt circle.
That can't be good. That's got to be bad, right?
That's bad.
Even Jed's like, that's real bad.
That was
Shit.
That would actually be perfect in the
it's
context of the
salt
movie.
side.
He winces in pain, obviously, with a brand new cut and a lot of salt in it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks.
She turns and looks at him briefly, draws up the censer in her hand, and slams it down into the ground. There is a rumble, and then you hear overhead a peal of thunder.
That's real bad.
Do we hear that up
Yeah,
where
like,
we are?
is it over our heads or over
Yeah, it's
their
not like there's a
heads?
storm blowing.
I look over at you, just like,
But, hold on,
we've
can-
left our
can I
inmates
commi-
alone for too long.
Can I comedically time this?
Okay.
I'll be saying to the guy, now, sir, I think what you need is a good woman. I mean, if you look like a man who could use a good...
Stop talking, Johnny Longbone!
The angel at this point turns and she places a hand on this man's chest and then drives her hand through his neck and severs the head.
Thank you, music.
Yeah, wow, way to go, music.
Then she moves 60 feet.
Oh, fuck off!
So much for the snow globe.
She flew.
Good question, though. Is she flying or is she walking?
She sort of launches herself forward and she is actually airborne.
Oh,
But
God.
the wings don't actually move.
Okay. Not you. You're good.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Jedediah Blackburn.
Okay.
This is great. Everything's great.
Yeah, everything's fine. Gideon, you're on your way the fuck out, right? I will risk the cudgeling. I'm just gonna transition the knife into the other hand, pull out the magic revolver, and fire one round at that bitch.
Okay, so you're going to risk a cudgeling.
Yep.
Why does that cause a puzzle?
Because I'm going to move
Range
after
attack.
I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Also, range attack in front of a guy.
yeah.
So that's a 16.
That
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily do it. It just means... Okay.
Well, I'm going to be moving anyway, so it
Yeah.
comes out in the
Okay.
wash. It does hit. Go ahead.
Take 6 points of cudgel.
Okay. All right. Come on, big shooter.
Big money, no whammies, no whammies.
Oh, that's a fucking whammy.
If
I
had
miss.
I wish I had an inspiration to give you.
Me too. Do you have inspiration, Gideon?
I think I burned it. Yeah, I burned it.
All right, then I'm fucking out.
Gideon, what do you got in the tank, little buddy?
So, I'm within 60 feet of the bitch, aren't I?
Yup.
You are.
You have to know her first before you call her.
She's gonna make this save, but
She's got no face. She's a bitch.
I'm gonna cast Mind Spike.
Okay. What kind of save is it?
Wisdom. She's gonna make it, but
I bet she's a
you never
pro.
know. You never know when she.
Wisdom's, it is her good save, so she's got a +3 modifier and she's proficient, so +6 overall.
I'm sure the dice love little children.
10.
Hey!
Oh!
Total?
Yep.
Yep.
It sounds like something from Dark Souls 3.
So it's going to be psychic damage.
But she's immune.
And she's going to know exactly who I am when this is over with.
Say my name.
That's going to be 14.
14 points.
I'm sorry, wait. What? Yeah, 14.
I love it.
Psychic.
That does make you an asshole, that's true. 14, you say, yeah?
Yep, and then I'm going to glare at her evilly, like a 12-year-old child can, and then I'm going to run the fuck away down the hallway.
Evilly.
So Gideon, you do everything you were going to do, or are you going to stay down here with her, or you run away?
No, now I follow him.
You're getting the fuck out. Okay, that's probably a good choice. This guy chases after you. She flies 60 feet, and she puts her hand through the back of his lower back, and all the way out through the belly button,
Oh God.
and tosses him aside.
Wow.
Does she hold his spine?
No, she goes right through the spine.
Nice.
A couple of vertebrae just go spraying out like it's a Mortal Kombat 2
Yeah, I was
scene.
going to say Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. And she continues to say nothing. It's good. It's good for you. Meanwhile,
Upstairs, here's a gunshot.
Hey, Jed, are we exiting the building the way we came in, or are we going to go up to the ballroom?
I feel like everybody needs to know. Like,
Yeah.
we should probably evacuate the building, kind of a thing.
Evacuate
let's not
balls.
scream angel. Let's scream fire.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
was going to say, I'll find the angel alarm and pull
Yeah.
it, you know?
But if you haven't counted on it already, I did shoot. I did fire a round, so a
And
gunshot.
plus the
hasn't hurt.
charm dude is up there. Running like screaming like a little girl.
so before everything goes to shit,
Too late.
because these guys upstairs, they're like 15 minutes behind right now. They're still schmoozing. Party's still going on. It's lovely up here.
But when the thunder peal happens.
Yeah, you get the thunder peal. That's gonna be a little bit later, actually, but yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm
Yeah.
still wiring the guy.
But for the moment, you know, you're still schmoozing, you're still doing your thing. Carlos Aleo is going around and doing a very brisk introduction to people. Just like, I'm this important man, yes, it's me, very good. And sort of puttering around, doing his important guy thing while he sips champagne with his orcish attaché. Then I have hiccups.
That's okay.
Ugh, that was gross. Okay. Does anybody want to try to catch up to Aleo, or are you just watching him?
I will.
I'll be asking the guy too during the conversation before I get into the awkward sex part. I'll just ask him. Tell me, as a district attorney, I'm sure you met with all sorts of people. You ever heard of a man named Celestino Andreas? That name ring a bell to you?
Give me a persuasion roll.
Putting it back.
Yeah, it's 11.
She had a 60-foot movement. I think it's okay.
Only
At 11, he says, I'm familiar with Mr. Andreas, yes.
Oh, well, good. I did a job for him some time back. When I was getting back on my feet after the war, I was wondering where he might be found.
So if he's trying not to be found, then you probably won't find him. He tends to disappear at times.
Well, I understand that urge very well. Very well. Well, that's all well and good. I'm on my way to Redstone soon. I imagine our paths will cross.
As you're saying that, he's sort of looking over your shoulder, and like if you turn your head to see what he's looking at, there is a woman wearing a green dress. You hadn't seen her before.
Mm-hmm.
And she's sort of discreetly looking over her shoulder and stepping into the kitchen.
She good looking?
She's attractive, yeah.
I'll follow her. I'll follow her eyes as well, trying to look like a pervert to this guy. Like, well, I can't imagine we'd be in competition for that.
'Cause I'm curious as to what she's doing.
Well, you know, I'm a bit hungry. Maybe I can look into it for you. Why I'm drunk as hell. I'm just a bumbling old fool who wandered into the kitchen looking for something. How about I could take a look for you, sir?
Very well.
You've been kind enough to enjoy my company this long. I can't imagine why I wouldn't. Do you a favor?
Alright, so you start stumbling towards the kitchen.
Excuse you. Shit all over you.
I'm not making a scene yet, but I'm prepared to.
Please don't eat the angel. I need her for villainous stuff.
Eat
The angel.
And the kitten's the real villain.
She's way bigger than an angel.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you said you're going to straight to Carlos Aleo, right?
Well, I'm not going to make it look like I'm making a beeline for him. I'm going to make my way towards him.
You shove at people off the line. Fuck out! Stab at people.